I'm Victoria, and this is more just a video talking about just a bunch of things in wrestling that I just kind of want to talk about. No real specific episodes. Okay, so first I want to talk about Saturday night main event. I'm going. This is my first wrestling event ever, and I'm so excited. I started watching wrestling when I was 9, and I watched it for a good 4 or 5 years. That first run I started watching it, but then on and off over the years I would watch it for on a year. I came back, of course, for Nikki Bella's second Diva title run, and then I was there when Becky Lynch really got big, when she became the man. I was mesmerized, I had been out of wrestling for a couple years, but then I saw her and I was like, "Oop, I have to jump back in." But then I did kind of leave during COVID. I couldn't really do the Thunderdome era. That's not for me. I did go back and watch some of the cool bits, even though I don't like Cena. I went back and watched the Funhouse, Bray Wyatt's Firefly Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse. And but since what's it called? Since late 2022, early 2023 or whatever, I started watching again, and I don't know what collectively that is, how many years I watch wrestling, maybe 9 years or whatever, but this is my first wrestling event. I'm so excited. I'm really nervous too. I don't know. I'm gonna make a sign. If there's any suggestions on what my sign should say for Saturday night main event, let me know. I'm thinking of having it be a Chelsea Green one, because how lucky am I? I bought the tickets 2 months ago, not knowing what the match card would be, and since then the women's US title has been announced, and not only has it been announced, but I'm getting the honor of seeing the inaugural women's US title handed out. You know what I mean? I'm so excited, and I know it's getting handed to Chelsea Green. I know it is, and even if it isn't, if it's Michin, I'm okay with that. But I'm just so excited. It's gonna be her. I just can't wait, and I can't wait for. I feel like I mentioned this before, but for Piper to do the whole Diesel Shawn Michaels thing, that, and Bodyguard, that would be so good. And yeah, congrats Chelsea. I'm saying it now. Knock on wood though, so I don't jinx it. Okay, so this seems unlikely, but I really don't know where else they would do it if not here. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it would happen on a random SmackDown, but I want the Pretty Deadly musical to happen at Saturday night main event. I deserve to see that live. Yes, I am getting the honor of seeing Chelsea award the Women's US champion, but I think that I'm the best person ever, so I also deserve to see Pretty Deadly the musical live and in person. I deserve that. And so please, if there's anything good and just out in the world, I will get to see it live. And that is what I'm holding out hope for. Well, if you've gone to any wrestling events, give me any advice you have about it. Give sign suggestions, yeah, but then also, do I need a clear bag? I'm sure I can find that on the website. But if there's anything that wouldn't be info said on the website, let me know. How early do you suggest going to ease through the crowd and get there and whatever? I'm thinking I'm gonna get there an hour before the show starts. Okay, so my last video was about NXT, but it was an episode specific video, my next one's gonna be, because NXT is just so juicy. It's so juicy that I forget bits, and I don't have time to get to everything, and so I leave it out. So I wanted to go back and talk about a couple things that that happened some episodes ago. So first I want to say Halloween Havoc, that Wendy Chu Tatum Paxley fight was so good. I think not only because it's a gimmick fight, but because there was just so many interesting spots, like, or maybe spots that you'd see in a regular match, but like they they stylized it for Halloween Havoc that is just so memorable that I love. Like, somebody puts a table in the corner and they'd go through it. Of course, it's happened before. But like a dollhouse, like just that little extra sprinkle on top. And like Legos instead of like tacks or whatever. Like, I love all the little stylized bits to their fight. And it was so good. Like, the tension was there. Like, because Tatum kept like falling to the thing. The fact that she like pulled the pillow in real quick and stopped the thingy, so smart, so smart. That's my girl. She's a thinker. Oh, and I loved their costumes. Like Wendy Chu as Sally, like their costumes just fit them so much because like they're like people in NXT. This is not me hating on anybody, just to let everyone know. But like there's like some people who will have like really, really strong characters that like is so recognizable. I feel like Wendy, her gimmick is so recognizable, like Nightmare or Wendy Chu or whatever. But then there's some people who are like great like wrestlers and stuff, but they don't really have like a specific gimmick or like style. Like I would say maybe Kalani Jordan. Like, she's amazing in the ring. She's got a great personality. But she doesn't have like a strong stylized character like Wendy and like Tatum. And so I just want to say, like, I feel like someone like Kalani or like Robert Stone or like Stevie Turner, for example, like they have this strong bickering. Like, I love their little tiffs or whatever, but they don't necessarily have like a strong visual character. So like, let's say this Halloween episode, they could literally dress up as anybody for a Halloween costume and like be sure whatever, like nice costume for Halloween Havoc. But like Tatum and Wendy have such strong characters that the fact that they found like costumes that fit them so much and like I feel like enhanced like their just energy and looks in the ring is so good. Sally or Wendy Chu was Sally, like the ragdoll girl, and then Tatum was, oh no, I forgot, like anti Alice in Wonderland. Like, I can't remember. She's an actual character. Wait. Okay, so Miss Girl doesn't have a name. She's literally just like evil Alice in Wonderland, and she's brunette because it's a sign of true evil. But it's just, she looks so good. They look so good, and the match was so entertaining. Like, I'm sorry, it's so hard to talk about like great matches. That's why I thought I'd talk about this one because it has a gimmick, so I can like mention specific things like the dollhouse, the Lego, the whatever. But it's hard to talk about like it specifically because there's just like, how do you say more than it was great? Oh, I thought of another thing. When Tatum, I can't remember the move she did, but she like launched Wendy into the bed that she brought out because Wendy dragged out of bed and she launched her in it, and then I think that was right before Tatum like lifted her up and put her in the coffin, and yeah, she won, so yay.
Trying to hoist up Wendy Chu. That's step one. As she shuts the lid, Chu indeed will take a last ride tonight. Here's your winner, Tatum Pax.
Another match I didn't really talk about, or I didn't talk about at all, I don't think. ECW 2300. I could not go. I couldn't go because I had like already sunk my money. Not sunk, because I'm excited to go to Saturday Night Main Event. Like, I'm so excited to see Chelsea win and the Pretty Deadly musical, but I was like, oh my god, that's like, I could just take a train right there. Like, I wish I had the money to go. When I first checked, the reason why I definitely couldn't go is because all the regular tickets were sold out. There was only the meet and greet with Bubba Ray Dudley. No offense, but I didn't watch wrestling at that point when ECW was around. Like, that was a bit before my time. So when it was like $600 because of the meet and greet with him, like, I didn't get it. And I don't know when they brought out more regular tickets, but But they eventually did. So it was like 600 for the meet and greet, and then like 300 for a regular ticket. And I didn't see that in time to like try and scrape together some to go. But I really wish I fucking went. Okay, anyway, let's get into the actual thing. Lola Weiss and Jada Parker. Their match was so good. I love both these girls, so it's very like it was very hard for me. Like I honestly wasn't rooting for either of them to win because I like them both so much. Um if I was rooting for anyone, if I had to say it was Lola because I love how she's like gets done beating someone up and she's like, let's dance, like woo, like I love that. I love it. Something I always think about is her promo against Shayna when she was going against Shayna and she was like, I'm gonna beat you up and I'm gonna dance, and I'm like, yes, queen. Like she's just so like she's honest, she's like being so like herself and like straightforward, but it's just so funny. She's being like genuine, but it is so hilarious. And they looked so good. Their gear was fucking amazing. Like Lola sparkled up to the gods. And then I love how Jada does like the one, like I don't know, she does like the one leg like kind of gear, and then like the other she has like a high sock or whatever. I kind of like that. Like Ren, Ren Sinclair, I love her new gear that she's been rocking, but I kind of really liked when she first debuted on the scene and she had just like one pant leg and then the other being a short. Like I don't know, that like that unbalanced look, I kind of like it a lot. So they did so good. This match has a lot of spots and gimmicks and stuff, so it feels easier to talk about. Lola kept trying to get the table out and like bring it out, and like Jada kept going for and Jada kept hitting her with chairs or whatever, and then they like got back into the ring. They kept going in and out the ring, and then like I think Lola gets like Jada with this like a kendo stick, and then she like sets up chairs all around the ring, and then she starts like doing the three amigos to Jada and like onto the chairs. And I love three amigos. I love a little shimmy, you know. I love it. And it's funny how Lola never misses the three amigos, but Dom can never get it. And what happens? I'm trying to remember things. There was a nasty spot where Jada, like, she set up a chair or whatever, and she picked Lola up, and she just like dropped her right on it. The way that the chair like bent was really fucking crazy. I think just like seeing the actual instructions that their body, because their body like just takes the damage, right? It doesn't kind of give. To see the give in that chair to really like it's like crazy. It was like, whoa, I wanted that chair. It was a piece of history. What else? What other cool spots were there? Jada, she did that like corner where she like bams on somebody, like she sits on them, big senton or whatever, and she does it off a ladder with Jada's on a ladder herself. And I was like, honestly, looking at that, I was kind of like, this isn't gonna end up good for you either, girl. Like, I would not do this, but she did. And I know the back of her thighs were burning. Like, I would not have done that. But then, was it? Oh, Lola, she does a choke. She has like a choke on, she does a choke twice, I think, on Jada. And like I think the first time Jada gets out of the ring and like slams her into like a corner post or whatever. But that second time when they're in the ring, like Jada like grabs a brick, this mysterious appearing brick, and she like smashes it on Lola's face. And I don't think like that is right before the pin either, but I can't remember what happens next. Like I'm not remembering things in order. I'm definitely not. But there were so many great spots and great like wrestling like punches and kicks and whatever in between, but I don't really remember those. But it was a great match. I was highly entertained. Dawn Marie, like I don't know her before. Like I said, like I didn't watch ECW, but she was so cute. I loved her outfit, like she ref outfit, like the red and whatever. Yeah, she looked good and she was a great ref. And yeah, Lola and Jada was a great match. Like those ladies put on a clinic. Like it was so good. And I'm like I'm glad from I'm talking about the two NXT episodes, like the newest ones that come out like in another video, but I'm so excited that like their feud is not done because I was worried that this would end it, but no, they're still going for each other. And it's like good. Like yeah, you don't like just drop it when a bitch like bonks you in the head with a brick. Like you just don't, you know? And so I'm glad that they're still fighting. And like I like feuds. Like I really like angry feuds that aren't for a title and aren't for like something tangible. It's just like you never know when it's gonna end because if it's for a title, it's like okay, we fight. Okay, then I win the title. We do one more rematch. I retain. Then it's done. But it's like a blood feud. You don't know when it's gonna end, and I hope it gets like dirtier and is not so in ring like a match, like we're doing this match and then that's the deciding factor. Like I loved Andrade and Carmelo's feud, but I'm like I was hearing that it was going to be like a 7 match series before, so like when it exactly was and it's just like over and ended there, I'm kind of like, oh, it doesn't feel like it kind of just feels like blunt stop, and I didn't like that. Like I want it to feel like they could like fight forever, you know, like there's nothing sanctioned kinda, and that's kind of what I feel with like Lola and Jada. So I really like that. Okay, so much was happening in the 10-woman tag. So much. I loved it. I was very entertained. Honestly, I was just like going back and forth. I don't know what I'm gonna say about this because it wasn't like a crazy gimmick spot match. It was just like really good wrestling. Who even won, honestly? Oh, the baby faces one. I was hoping the heels would win, if I'm being honest. Because I love every single heel on the team. Every single heel, I loved them. I though for the babyface team, I don't root for every single one of them, and they're not like I don't really favor every single one. So I did want the heels to win. They didn't, but that's fine. It was a really great match. And I liked this part where they like kept doing move after move after move, like to each other, bump 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 bump, and it was just like dominoes. That was great. This is so small and like weird, and I love it. But I love when Fallon ran around the ring and like I think she like attacked Jordan Grace and like threw her off the apron or whatever, and then she's just like posing like yeah I did that, and then Zarya just like roars at her and she's like and she runs away. Like that was I loved that little bit. What else? Yeah, honestly, it's been a bit. I should have rewatched it. I guess I should have rewatched Tatum and Wendy and Lola and Jada and then this 10-woman tag. I should have probably rewatched them before I did this, knowing that I was going to talk about them. But I was just trying to go off my memory. I feel like I remember quite a bit about the other two matches, at least, because they were more like gimmicky and spot matches, but or spots heavy. But remembering them so well and having not seen them since they've came out and like I watched them that first time, I remember them quite well. And yeah, I don't know. I just want to say the 10-woman tag was great. I can't remember much to say about it. Sorry.